All right, so I just took my first bite of In-N-Out Burger. I never had before. I picked it up for some friends from the crew, you know. But let's see if we can mix it up with a little Terra.
I think you really misunderstood what Nick was asking us to do, but I do have to say...
I was doing my imitation of The Rock.
Yeah, not what I asked, but I liked it.
Do you say thank you to a thank you note?
Yes.
You do, right?
Mm-hmm.
In what, like when you see them next?
Well, it's one of those things where I told you we went to that 1-year-old's birthday party. Thank you notes were written for gifts that were given to the young heiress. And when I saw the open note on the table, I said, did you say thank you? And my wife looked at me like, you don't say thank you for a thank you note. And I was like, I think you do. And we were in a pretty spirited debate for a little bit. I do think that you were supposed to say thank you to a thank you note. Her premise was that you'd have this kind of Hammurabi's Code, eye for an eye is the whole world blind kind of never-ending chain of thank yous.
I'm gonna.
Hey, Dylan, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is what she was talking about.
That's fine. Yeah.
And I'm gonna even this debate right up too. I'm on CC's side here. I think. Like I said, you can mention it the next time you see it, but any outward motion, seeing the thank you note, I think is unnecessary.
Thank you for that clarity.
Now, here is where I think
end of story.
I think modernity has tipped the scales in me and Patrick's favor because thank you notes were a commonality.
30 years ago.
When but a while back, thank you notes were. Letterhead, correspondence, physical correspondence was much more common back then. Nowadays, it's very rare to get a letter from somebody. Thank you notes are one of the more common letters, but when you do receive a letter from somebody, even if it is a thank you note, it is something that it carries a little bit more weight nowadays.
100%.
You know?
Can I give you an example?
Yeah.
I'm not going to say kind of a coworker. I went to her wedding and her wonderful husband last September. I gave him a pretty nice Christmas gift. They wrote a paragraph, handwritten note. Thank you for this. Thank you for that.
Probably because you gave her more than her boss did.
Oh, 100%. An acknowledgement.
That gift was crazy, by the way.
That I did or that
you gave.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm a generous person. But
well, there's generous and then there's fucking insanity. You gave the person $500. $500 for
I heard that was the norm.
It's not the norm. Don't say the name, but $500 for a wedding gift is just wild.
Well, you're going to go there. You're going to...
Yep.
You know me. I'm a drunk. I'm going to drink $200 of booze. I'm getting a free dinner. Well, that's like $300 right there.
I think if you're doing okay, that's not crazy.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, that's not my point. Yeah. My point is this particular person not only wrote in that thankful note, they acknowledged some moments that we might have spoken about at the wedding as they remembered. So they're just a wonderful thing. People, I know it's a thing from another time, but we should bring it back, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. And the tricky thing about these things is you got to get after it quick.
Because you won't do it.
You can't let a lot of time go by because then you reach this threshold of if I send it, it's going to be received as, well, this is nice, but also, well, this is a little late.
See Curb Your Enthusiasm, the after-year wedding gift.
Yeah. Nick, I'm glad you brought that up. Okay, that should not be a thing. You should not have to wait for someone that showed up at your goddamn fucking wedding.
A year
for them to give you something. Because you know after the first, if there isn't a fucking card at the location, you know you're not going to see anything.
I don't think we've given my wife's maid of honor. We went to that wedding in Mexico, crashed the moped. Mm-hmm. I think I just crashed the moped. We paid for the moped, and we didn't get them anything.
Did they see the crash live?
Her husband did, yeah.
That's a gift.
How much was the moped?
Eternity.
It's like, it wasn't destroyed, and it's, I don't mean to besmirch the country, but it's Mexico, so it's not super expensive, and the guy knows people, so mechanics and stuff. It wasn't that expensive to fix.
Get this. You know how family is all fucked up. Everybody's got a fucked up family.
Oh, well, this is another podcast show. It's the show where we gab and goof. Josh too about really whatever is at top of mind. I'm saddled up next to one.
My
Nicholas
mother-in-law.
Davis.
Oh,
What's going on, everybody?
Pat,
hi.
Hey.
I'm chomping at the bit to get to this.
Yeah.
My wife would kill me. This is behind the paywall?
No.
Oh, I don't know if we should talk about this. Nah, she won't find this. My wife and her mother have a pretty tumultuous relationship.
Spicy, venomous.
Spicy.
Yeah.
Now, I love my mother-in-law. She's a little wacky, but she's had some health problems. So
Call her mom.
I do call her mom. So my mom, mother-in-law, right before our wedding, I don't know if she's cheap or crazy or whatever.
Yeah.
She calls Cherie. This is
Maybe
2 weeks
both.
before our wedding. She has what my wife thinks is a travel agent on the phone with her. And she's like, Cherie, this is so-and-so, my friend.
You've done this before. The mom
I do a great
sounds
imitation.
like well, it's not great. It's Michael Jackson.
Yeah, it's like Michael. Cherie, I have Denise, my new friend / business partner, on the phone. I want to get you and Patrick a trip to Mexico, all expenses paid. And then Denise gets on this phone call with my wife and starts telling her that she needs to sign up for this program. It turns out that my mother-in-law started working for a traveling agency, and she was angling at her first, first sale.
Wow.
With her own daughter.
Incredible.
So Cherie,
that's a very thrifty woman.
Exactly. So Cherie balked at that and pushed back. She told her father, who they're now divorced, but they're great friends with the mother, and he went and back-channeled back to the mother like, Cherie did not like that. So she goes,
Now this is Dad.
This is Dad. This is Ruby. So Ruby.
Now Ruby helped me get a car.
Ruby's a great guy, isn't he?
Yeah,
Did he help you get that car?
Well, he taught me a lot about the
hustle.
The hustle.
Yeah, he used to run a car shop, Saturn, I think, or something.
I will be in the market for a car soon. So you felt like after talking to Ruby, because of his knowledge bestowed upon you, you got a better deal on your car?
No.
Gotcha.
But what he did teach me, I learned a very, very important lesson. You cannot negotiate a vehicle
over the
down
phone
to a loss for the dealership.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
I didn't know that. Mm-hmm. I was like, listen, if you drop $8,000 off of this, I'll take it. And I got on the phone with Ruby and he was like, well, listen, so if they do that, they lose $2,000, right? And I was like, well, Ruby, listen to me. The market's going electric. Mm-hmm. This thing's a bit of a gas guzzler. It's been sitting on the lot for 2 weeks. And he was like, I'm going to just say it again. They'll lose $2,000 in the car. And I was like, all right, Ruby, well, I think you're being a little ridiculous.
He was going to go down to a lot with you, though.
Oh, yeah, he was.
So Ruby's a great guy. I love my father-in-law.
Take him down to get the fucking Alfa Romeo.
Car, we'll film it. It'll be a great video. Ruby is a camera whore. When I was doing my reality show, he kept begging. I was just dating Cherie. And he was begging her like, hey, yeah. Can you ask Pat if I can come down to the set?
Yeah. Why did you do his impression? Now I have more context of what the man is like.
If I call Cherie from Dad's number and I do his imitation, she doesn't know who she's talking to.
That's hilarious. I just you don't believe that?
There's no, not for a second. But we have to figure out a way to. You want to talk about filming things? We have to figure out a way to do that, and it'll be a short video because Pat will be with Ruby. He'll call his wife and he'll go, hey, honey, and she'll go, Pat, and then the video will be over. But at least I'll be vindicated in balking at that insane fucking thing he just
All right,
said.
let me get back to my story.
I love that note about you can't negotiate too much, because I go in there with the mindset where I'm just going to be hardline. And I am not leaving till I get my number. But they quickly break me because they're like, well, we can't because of this.
Yeah.
And I assume they're lying, but I don't have the confidence of knowledge.
Right.
Well,
they'll let you leave, but they have your number on file.
Yeah.
And about 30 minutes after you leave, once they realize, like, all right, we're not going to get what we want, but we think we can get a little bit, call that jerk. And they'll call you and say, come on back. I think we can work it out. Like, they'll let you actually walk out thinking that you're...
Interesting.
I got a YouTube channel for you. YouTube, with Ruby's help, you'll get the Alfa Romeo for $500 off.
My neighbor who I park right next to has one now. She moved in next to me, and I can't get it because she'll think I'm some creep stalker who's copying her.
No.
I'm going to have to go up and show
What
her
an
pictures on my
irrational
phone.
fear.
It'd be weird.
So, maybe
on,
that's a blessing in disguise because you shouldn't buy that car because nobody can work on it and they're pieces of shit.
They're not pieces of shit. They're great cars. I didn't have a single problem with the one I had until I drove it into an accident.
To be fair, we were
the tree fell on the car.
Tree fell on it.
And if you're wondering if that's like our cover for that story, no. Both of those things happen.
All right. To be fair, Nikki and I were drinking 2 cases of claw.
I should get a Prius.
That was my fault.
Get a Prius.
Dylan's advice.
All right.
Yeah.
So
not bad advice.
48 miles a gallon? Are you kidding me?
Be quiet. Let me wrap this up so we can move on.
Makes
So Cherie and her mother don't get along because she tried getting her first sale as a trip to Mexico.
Yeah.
And then she said, well, I'm going to give Patrick and Cherie some money for their pool. And so they show up here.
Yeah.
They were supposed to stay after the wedding. You guys were at the lovely wedding. There's a lot of wonderful pictures. It was a lovely night. They were going to hang out with my parents, and we were going to get breakfast the next morning, and they just zipped out of here. You know, you saw the screech marks of their car.
Yeah.
It was a full year, and they never gave us anything. Now, I don't care about that because I do well for myself, and I don't need money from her parents.
Nobody needs it. It's about the
principle.
Yeah.
And Cherie, it took about 3 years, but I heard Cherie on the phone with her mother about, well, let's see, that was like 2 years ago. It was a fucking blow up. You gave us nothing for our wedding.
Wow.
And it was ugly. I, of course, enjoyed it because I wasn't part of it. I was just listening to it.
Schadenfreude. You're just sitting by watching Dresden.
And I was like, get her,
bombed.
Cherie. Get her. Yeah. Get her. She deserves that.
She does. I mean, from your position, they're the ones supposed to pay for it. Shouldn't have came out of your pocket.
That's true.
Yeah.
You know what Ruby did? Ruby paid for the food that night. I don't even think he had a job.
Where's the fucking dowry, Ruby? Huh? The
Ruby
food?
paid for the food.
All right. So we got a big show. We have a lot of stuff to get into. We have an upcoming What's the Deal?
Mm-hmm. How is it looking? When's it coming?
10 minutes.
Nice.
So
50.
Okay.
So do we have ample time to break down the fight with the Karen?
The Karen. This was teased.
Yeah. It was teased on our Patreon. And if you want to hear one of these a week, an extra one of these a week, go to patreon.com/anotherpodcast network. There's plenty of other fantastic content.
Hey, can I? All right. So I recorded this, of course.
Right.
Okay. Well, actually, can I start?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, the audience that knows me and probably thinks I'm a pretty good, reasonable person. You know, I've tried to talk both of you out of road rage, things that you guys do. Nick, you almost like you looked at some other guy in a car and you guys were deciding if you were going to run your cars into each other at some point on the 134.
Yeah, he had camo covered. It was definitely him, the instigator, but I was ready to fucking die for it.
And the last road rage incident I got into, I said, have a good day, man, to the guy who was very, very aggressive, and he said, you too. And
well, that's after you guys were giving each other the middle finger on the 110.
No. I wasn't giving him a middle finger because I was so confused as to why he was so angry at me. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll openly admit this. What I'm about to share...
You're an angry person.
No. But I do feel like I think someone commented like Pat's reaching his Michael Douglas point of Falling Down? It's a movie in the 90s where a guy just finally loses his shit and starts...
eats someone out and gets cancer.
He goes postal.
No, he goes postal. That's not going to happen to me. You know, a couple weeks ago I told a story where I went into a 7-Eleven and a zombie grabbed a fucking hot dog from the thing with her own hand.
FP?
She called me bleep this, as I was walking out the door because I called her out on being an idiot.
Right.
And then we got into it. I told her she was a loser, of course. And then I said, well, you'll probably
and if we
die of a
forget to
drug
bleep
overdose.
that, listen, it's what she said. I mean, this is a crazy...
Well, this is the same person that allowed my full address and phone number to be posted on YouTube. Is that anything? So I do need to mention.
No, it's not.
Oh,
no,
that was you?
That was me.
We didn't do that.
Oh, okay.
I did.
Oh, Nick did that.
Everything's forgiven. It's fine. Only 5 people texted me.
And in the off chance that is still up, and I know it's down, but in the off chance that it's still up, go to our YouTube channel, try to find Pat's address because it's somewhere there. We could use the minutes.
It's down, but I will say, Pat, if 5 people texted you, why didn't you text after the first text? Why didn't you let me know after the first text?
Because I don't look at my phone. It was my work phone, so it sits on the counter. And I looked, I'm like, what the fuck is this?
So you got into a fight with a Karen.
Yeah. Okay. So
did he tell you about the shoe bomb somebody put in his mailbox?
How do we know those two are related?
Great question.
All right, so this is my second interaction in under 2 weeks where I'm going at it with another human being. So that would, for a lot of people, go, Pat, you're becoming unhinged.
Well, I've spoken about the chilliness of the city. The kinetic temperature is, and fucking literal temperature.
It's heated up.
It's like that Spike Jonze joint, some like it hot. I mean, people are getting mad at each other.
Yes, he does that to people. What was that Spike Lee movie?
Spike
Do the
Jonze
right thing.
Joint.
Yeah.
Some like it hot.
Yeah. So my wife last Saturday is going to cook chicken tacos, but she doesn't want to do the rice or beans. So she's going to dispatch me. We've kind of met in the middle, of us not eating out every night.
I tuned out. I'm really sorry.
That's
I tuned out.
You gotta listen to it.
I tuned out. What happened with the rice and the beans?
Well, she wants to make chicken tacos.
Okay.
But she doesn't want to do the rice or beans.
So I'm going to go out and get them. So we met in the middle.
Okay. Depending on the quality of rice that she wants, I can completely understand that. Rice is a tricky thing to get right. It takes a while to really know intimately and to have it in you that you can cook rice well. The beans, you can get a can of refried beans. I don't really get that one. But anyways.
Yeah, okay. So she dispatches me. We're going to get them right around the corner at Cactus Taqueria. There's 15 of those throughout the city.
Yeah, there used to be one, and now it's like a franchise of really shitty Mexican food.
They make good rice and beans. A little too salty on that refried beans, but the rice are killer.
It's fine.
It's fine. So this particular place is it's a brick and mortar, but the size of the place, because I'm going to give some exposition here, because the audio's bad. Hopefully we can add maybe some subtitles underneath it with the editor.
More Park and Tahunga.
Yes, you have it. It used to be Henry's Tacos, but they tried to fuck the owner of the building over by saying that they wanted to be a historical landmark. Therefore, they'd have leverage on rent for the rest of their lives. He caught wind of it. He said, "Get the fuck out of here." Henry's Tacos that had been there for 40 years, and he moved them right. They moved across the street.
Hey, can't fault him for trying that move.
I don't blame him for it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. But
they were on the verge.
You play with fire, you die with fire.
They were on the verge of becoming a historical landmark, and it would have been one of the most undeserving status upgrades to a restaurant, maybe in the history of the culinary
arts. The Cat and
arts.
Fiddle tried it too, and the same landlord said, "Get the fuck out."
Yeah.
All right, so
Fucking
anyway.
Henry's Tacos.
Sorry. A lot of
It's
this
like
Los
there's
Angeles.
no import to this location.
No import. You put cheddar on your tacos. Get out of here.
And you don't have chicken either.
Okay, well,
Henry's Tacos doesn't have chicken tacos.
they put whole tomato wheels in the side of the taco. We've talked about this before. It's just atrocious Mexican food.
Are we talking about Cactus or Henry's?
Henry's.
All right, I've never made it through a Henry's meal where I don't need to hit a bathroom in 30 minutes.
Dude, it's disgusting food. And everybody was lining up with fucking signs like we're protesting Roe v. Wade. Jesse fucking Pinkman, or what's his name, was driving up and down there saying, "We can't close this place.
Bitch.
Get out of here." Yeah, bitch.
Bitch.
It's fucking shitty food. Go home.
All right. I'm going to do a segment on how bad an actor that guy is.
Yeah.
Oof.
Bitch.
What did he say? What did he say? I'm a racist.
Oh, that
I'm a racist. I'm a racist. I'm a racist. I'm a racist too. Sometimes when you're a racist, you don't know that you're a racist. Hey, go fuck yourself, you losers.
Yeah.
We're in the fucking middle of a pandemic.
Yeah.
Cities are burning down. You idiots are fucking doing
I
shit.
am racist.
We should do one like the same tone, black and white, but just Henry's Tacos is bad.
Yeah.
It gives me diarrhea. All right. So anyway, the wife dispatches me to this place, and it's the size of a fucking food truck. Because I want to discuss this, because this is going to play a factor later in the story when the Karen tells me, "Just go over to the other window." Okay.
It's a little bit of an exaggeration, but yes, it's a small restaurant. It's a one-window
It's a one-window
storefront.
operation,
Yeah.
and then there's seating outside. You don't eat inside. There is no inside.
There is no inside.
There's two cooks.
It's a stand.
It's a stand. Thank you. Jesus Christ. Okay. So last bit of exposition. So I drive, I park, I walk up to the...
Parking, also.
There's no parking.
There's no parking.
There's a bar called Carlito's Way, which is a book.
I thought it was
that
the
turned into a film.
Starlight. A Starlight
switched over
Inn.
to a bar called Carlito's Way.
The last time I was almost in a physical altercation with
Starlight?
somebody at that place. That
it's a
place
dive.
is
What are you doing
a
there?
dive. And not like a charming dive, like a sad dive.
Oh, it's fucking, what do you call people that sit at a bar all day that have no lives?
Yeah.
Those people hang out.
Those people hang out there.
Regulars.
I went to the bathroom and locked the door.
And someone
this
flipped out?
guy flipped out. He was trying to open the door, and I came out. He's like, "Why the fuck did you lock the fucking door?" I was like, "Whoa, take it easy." And then I went and sat down, and he followed me, and we were just kind of like shit-talking with each other, and then he walked away.
What a jerk.
What a jerk.
Someone following you, yeah, that's
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
It was. Honestly, I know enough about the plane of martial arts to know that I should never have taken that seat. I thought it was over. I should have never taken that seat. I did take my glasses off because you don't want to get hit in the face with glasses, but I should have never given him the high ground, Anakin. Anyways, what happened?
One other thing. If you think someone's going to hit you, always just watch the right hand. 95% of the population is right-handed,
right.
And that's what they're going to swing at you with.
Right.
Watch the right hand.
Not me. I go with an emu kick straight down the pike.
I like to do like a cartoonish, like wind up the right, pop him in the face with the
That's
jab.
what you do.
Right. Yeah, Muhammad Ali.
Right, I'm going to get to this story now.
Yeah.
All right, so last bit of exposition. So I park, I arrive, I'm walking to the area where I'm going to pick up my food that was called in 10 minutes earlier.
Right.
And I met with a gentleman who is getting on his bicycle. And at first when someone says something that you don't know, he said, you should probably not come in there because there's some stuff going on. Like, I'm actually paraphrasing what he said, but he
you
basically
couldn't really understand what he was saying.
No, it was so quick and he was kind of friendly about it, but he was basically telling me, don't go there.
Don't.
That's weird. I would have took that as like, my buddy's robbing this. If you go in there, you'll get shot, so don't.
Well, he gets on his bike. So this soul, now when I look back on it, was giving up. He was not going to order food from this stand.
Yeah.
So then I turned the corner to quickly understand what this man was saying.
Yeah.
And it was a woman, and she's at the window, and she's right, like, I don't know, 6 inches from the window, barking.
She would be spitting on them if there wasn't a partition.
At this worker behind the window.
Yeah.
And I guess I'll... all right, so before I started filming this, because time is a factor of when I decided to inject myself in this situation.
My delivery may come in the middle of the story. Don't acknowledge it. He knows what to do.
Fine.
Continue to tell your story.
Okay. So,
we could also break right before.
I think it would be hear it.
Okay.
All right.
And
So
then end with food in the mouth.
I'm looking around at the other patrons because I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. So a patron is yelling at the Cactus employee, and you never know. Maybe someone did something wrong.
And if you want to be a patron, go to patreon.com/anotherpodcastnetwork.
So I understand. I've been a dickhead, or I've been mad at someone before, and I'm having out with someone on the street. One time it was an employee, and people whip out their, from a former business, and people start whipping out their cameras and filming you, and it's really annoying. And it's not your best moment. You're kind of like thinking like, just give me a minute. So
you got TMZ'd. You got World Starred.
Yeah, right. So I'm trying to not, but 2 minutes goes by, and now I'm also doing the math. That guy just warned me. How long has this been going on before now I'm here? Add 2 minutes on.
Right.
So I'm just going to let the audience know. Before I interject, it's 5.5 more minutes of lunacy of this particular patron letting this worker have it. One last piece of exposition, I'll play the tape. What you're about to hear is a person that was going to order food, but had a question for the employee.
Yeah.
And when that didn't go the right way.
Who was making $9 an hour?
Minimum wage is $15 in LA.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So, but this, and you'll hear it in kind of in the order, but I had to pull all these pieces together, is that she had ordered a burrito before. And when she brought it home, it had cheese in it. So when she showed up this time to order food. She didn't want the cheese. She didn't want the cheese because she has dietary concerns.
Got it.
Okay. Not everyone knows that lactose intolerance is a big issue in America.
Yeah, no, people get bubble gum.
Yes. It's a conspiracy. Whatever.
So when I guess this guy wouldn't give her the affirmed answer that she wanted, is that the correct use of the? He didn't affirm what she wanted because he was saying, "Look, it depends on what burrito you order," and that wasn't good enough for her. We'll play the game.
Okay.
Sorry, this took so long.
No. I had a lot of interjections. We had a lot of questions.
Can you turn it up?
So the problem is every time I order and I ask for a bean and rice burrito, I get home down the street and there's cheese on my order. That's the problem.
That was her banging her hand on the.
You're telling me that your order of bean and rice burrito does not come with cheese. Why every time that I order there's cheese on my order? Explain that. Explain that part. You're not done. I want you to explain that part. Explain that part. Explain that part. Just explain it. Are you going to allow me to speak or not?
He has a mask on, by the way.
Quit going there.
There's people dying in Ukraine, by the way.
That's an issue. And I understand that this is not coming out your pocket. This is just your day job manager, not the owner of this corporation. So right now, I want you to write down the corporate number. That's what I want you to do. That's what I want you to do. I'll wait. That's no problem. No, I'll wait.
Now, the problem with her waiting is that now there's 10 people behind her that have actually been there and not saying a fucking thing.
How to do this. I am a bit of a yenta from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
Yentas and black women share the same kind of... It's a selfishness, but it's an adherence to what is right.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's justice.
It's justice.
Well, I'm not.
Now you have to modulate that because when there are 10 people in line, this is not the opportunity.
Dylan, I have no problem with settling your hash with a business if they got it wrong.
Yeah.
She has not brought back a burrito and said, you fucked up my order, and then he tells her to fuck off.
Right.
You are ordering. This is now time to look around and see the world does not revolve around you. And now you've let this person have... You're upset. I know when we lose our shit, we don't think clearly. But when people are behind you, now this is not their problem. This is not their issue with Cactus Taqueria. You need to, unless you're a narcissist, and there's a lot of that going around, you need to start thinking about other people because now you're starting to look like a dick.
Well, so
do the right thing.
So here's the thing. Some people like it hot, and it sounds like this woman is one of them. But she does.
Some people do the right thing, and I think that guy is Pat.
She's no, oh, I thought you were talking about her. So I can imagine this would be a very frustrating experience for her. Yes. I don't know how many times she's ordered the bean and rice burrito and there's been cheese in it. Hang on one second.
All right. I'm going to let you have it though, Dylan.
I think that the move would have been, if this has happened 2, 3, 4 times, and it sounds like it has because some like it hot, cheese all the way up there right now. Order the burrito, and if it has cheese on it, then you can voice you have concrete evidence right in front of you. And if it sounds like that guy was kind of, stiffing her off a little bit, I'd just throw the fucking burrito at the window and walk away.
I'm not saying he handled it well either. He's starting.
Sounds like a bit of an asshole.
He's starting to push.
I don't want cheese on my burrito. How hard is that to accomplish? Idiots, don't put cheese on the burrito.
I have a better idea, Dylan. Don't order from there anymore. Don't order from there. Now get in your car.
Right.
Go on Yelp. Let them have it.
Yelp is such a cowardice.
This is not cowardice. You're just calling some stupid employee, manager or whatever. She's being an idiot. This is narcissism on full display.
So what? Cowardice, though. I would not
not cowardice.
And I want to point out,
it's a hunt for righteousness and justice.
We have eaten up now 6 minutes, if we're doing the time right.
Did no one say?
No, but now we're starting to look at each other because the first 2 minutes, everybody's looking at their phone like, oh, they'll figure this out. And then as human beings, you start going looking at your watch or whatever, you're like, hey, my fucking food's getting cold there. I called this in 15 minutes ago.
I love the galvanization of the other public, though. Like you said, you start looking around.
Yeah.
Give one of these.
And then you all realize that you're on the Titanic together. Now, I would have, my move is like...
And I start ripping a door off. So I could say...
Hey, can we... Siri, and then I would have, and it's too soft a measure, and she would have just spun around and unleashed on me.
Dylan, it happened to you at the mall.
It happened to me at
Dylan,
Soda.
Why don't we just play the tape then?
Oh, you have the tape of her screaming at you?
Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
So at this point now,
you're not going to play the whole 7 minutes.
No.
Right?
We'll cut in and out of it.
Okay.
So at this point now, she wants the corporate number.
We got that part.
All right. So he handed her a piece of paper with the number of the location.
The guy sounds like a fucking asshole.
I agree. I don't think he handled it well at all. You should just kiss ass and appease her. A customer, what do you call it? Customer's always right.
That would have been awesome, though. He hands her the paper. She calls. He's like, hello.
The only
I've done that before.
the only time I ever eat cactus is I Postmate it on the way to golf because I know it's going to be like 800 calories and it's slop, but I'm just not going to eat for the entire day. That's the only time I eat fucking Cactus Taqueria. It's slop. This makes me hate Cactus Taqueria. I'm so on this woman's
I think they
side
grew
right
too
now.
fast, honestly.
Like umami burger.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, so now I'm going to fast forward to minute 5.
Yeah.
And this is where I inject myself.
Okay.
All right, I think I got the right cue here.
Like I said the first time, grown-ass fucking men have never grown-ass person's business.
Oh, she's fighting with another patron.
Okay. And if you want to be a patron, go to patreon.com/anotherpodcastnetwork.
Guess what? Why are you in my business? Why are you in my business? He's over there now helping this customer, so why are you in my business? Mind your business. How about that? How about that? How about that? That's all. It ain't none of your fucking business. That's your problem. Always in somebody's fucking business.
That's your fucking problem, Pat.
Now, did you hear what she said there, which is kind of racist? Always in someone's fucking business.
Okay. Take it
Wait,
easy.
why are we saying always in someone's fucking business?
Well, here's the thing about
Maybe she listens to the podcast.
Yeah,
Maybe she's a fan.
She's
She loves,
probably
she's
a
a little
fan of you.
Patty. She's like, PMC's always in people's business.
And we've gone over the definition of racism. You cannot be subjected to it.
I can't?
Right, Patrick?
How is
So
it-
listen.
how is this racist? We don't even know the race of this woman.
Well, he's saying she was racist towards him because she's obviously a black woman and he's a white boy.
Oh, she's black?
But hang on. I had something to say. I hate the mind your business. It's the same thing that happened to me at Soto, that boutique. This woman was like, what do you have to do with this? And that question, once the air in the room has rocketed into the fucking stratosphere and everyone's waiting and everyone's lives are on hold, it's now my fucking business. So don't ask that question. It's a very stupid question. And everyone, if anybody ever asks you that question in this context, you are now armed with the perfect comeback. It's now my fucking business, or some cousin of that. Just make it clear that she's affected you and it is now your business.
Can I play
I'm
the last
not
part?
on this woman's side anymore.
Can I play the last part of the clip?
Yeah.
He was here the whole time. I don't even know myself. Please write down his name and the corporate number. That's all I. Ma'am, it starts on the website. Excuse me.
Oh, so that's my first. I said, ma'am,
Yeah.
I'm sure it's on the website.
Yeah.
That's my introduction. Okay.
Yeah.
Ma'am, you're being rude to us now. Now you're taking our time. They can move there and they can take your order. Can someone ring us up and let me know?
By the way, I'm talking to nobody. Can someone ring us up? Because there is no other person available to ring us up. She wants the corporate number from this sucker.
Well,
This is so anxiety-inducing.
Thank you.
Thank you. You know, I don't want to jump in too early, but
Hold on. This is good.
Okay.
What are you trying to settle here? I'm having a conversation with her, and it's not your fucking business. It don't matter. It's none of your business.
Nice. That's a good. Use the children.
Go on the website and look for a number. If they told us 80, why are you in my business? Because why are you in my business? He's over there now helping this customer, so why are you in my business?
I think we can end it there. She ends up walking away. She drifts off. I will say, it turns out the little kid that was sitting there, I felt so bad for. That was her kid.
Ah, that's actually amazing though. Like you were like protecting her child. And,
Well, I wasn't protecting anybody.
but I know. But it's a good dig to use the children. I really appreciate it.
I think you kind of got dominated.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You think she walked away that day going, I feel good about this, though?
Yeah, totally.
I would've
Listen,
been-
I don't want to veer into race too much, but I've often
Why are
said
we?
why are we talking about race?
I don't even know the race of the woman.
black women are my kryptonite. I can't go up against that kind of thing. It's too formidable. I just can't.
You just called her a thing.
No, stop it. Stop it.
Look, race doesn't matter. These assholes exist everywhere with all colors of the fucking rainbow. She was a fucking idiot, and I got to call her a dick, which I didn't capture.
Sure.
But she basically told me to shut the fuck up, and I said, you're acting like a dick.
That is incredible. You're a hero.
Thank you.
What's the deal song? Because I feel like we should take the edge off.
Oh, yeah. Let me know if old Patty overstepped his bounds. Should I just let people, fight it out? Because that Cactus employee, he was kind of a dick, too.
Because I think we should play some What's the Deal, everybody. Tensions are high. I feel like we should take the edge off.
I've probably been the impetus for a couple 1-star reviews now at this point. I don't know.
Why? Why do you think that?
Because I stereotyped black women, but there's also something
you also
to be
threw
said.
the Jews in there.
Well, yeah, no, there's also something to be said that is a stereotype because of their strength. They've been bottom of the totem pole for such a long time. You have to fight for yourself. That's where the fight comes from. But it's just, anyways, I'm a fucking mess.
You're getting in your head, Dylan.
Yeah.
Black women are extremely hard to argue with. I think that's all you said.
That's all I said.
They're your kryptonite.
I can't defeat them.
That's a compliment.
Thank you.
Unless you're saying it's your mission to defeat them.
No.
But when it comes up, when it's a so we got to a little down. It's pretty, yeah.
And now it's time for the Patty's favorite segment that I created, produced. I don't edit because that's beneath me.
Oh no, that's it.
It's a segment called "What's the Deal?" starring Dylan Wren and Patty, his co-host.
Dylan, would you grab the box and open up the box?
Well, you didn't say I'm the gangster.
Oh, the gangster of food reviews.
What's the deal? And what he's going to be reviewing today is a Los Angeles staple.
This seems hot.
Paired with half reposado and half white Terra tequila.
God, I'm so excited.
Oh my God, we have In-N-Out Burger here?
Yeah, we do.
This is the best What's the Deal we've ever done.
Okay, hold on. Nick, while you're setting this up.
This is so amazing.
Nick,
I didn't eat dinner because I knew we were going to do What's the Deal. I thought it was going to be some fucking horrible Jack Cheddar honey maple fucking biscuit from Carl's Jr., and it's the greatest fast food in the world.
All right, so I'm going to play a little bit of The Rock with this experiment, if you don't mind, Nick.
No, I actually love that. I'm glad because we have the video. I thank you.
And the reason why this is history in the making is because
this is Terramana.
Half Terramana, half it's Terramana tequila.
Oh, okay.
An In-N-Out burger.
Now the audio, pause it, I'll set it up. The audio you're hearing is an Instagram reel from Dwayne the Wayne Johnson, who, please stop. So
Nick, take control of that.
He was doing a cheat day wherein he said, after 30 years of living in Los Angeles, this is my first In-N-Out burger. I'm going to pair it with my tequila, Terramana Reposado, and Blanco. He is a fucking quack and a charlatan and a snake oil salesman, and also either a liar or a crazy person. Because if you've lived in Los Angeles...
No, both. No, the
he's everything. He's a fucking goddamn witch doctor who doesn't heal anybody. Except through Jumanji. But he was the worst part about Jumanji.
And he paired his In-N-Out that he just had for after 25 years in L.A.
He's picked it up for people, but he's never eaten it.
He's picked it up.
With his signature tequila made of course, 100% pure agave, some of the finest agave you'll find.
I gotta tell you, it smells pretty fucking good.
But it's half his reposado and half his...
Should we be drinking this, Nick? Tell us how you want to roll this.
I feel like we just basically talk as much as we want, and then we end it. We enjoy our burgers, and we sign off. But
hey, throw me a cheeseburger, dude.
Yeah, this is not great tequila.
It is not.
Is it not?
No.
Oh, that makes me sad.
Yeah. Well, how could it be good?
Because he has so much money, he could just buy other good tequila.
No, he got in with a partnership, as he's probably done, and that's how he picks his roles, too. Someone offers him a pile of money, and it's garbage. Hey, hand me a cheeseburger, will you?
They said, here's the deal. We brand it like it's Casamigos, but it's about margins, baby. We're going to make dog shit tequila, and we're going to chuck this label on it. This is really bad tequila.
It's bad.
Okay, so I'm glad we got your...
It's even got a little burn in the back, too.
Oop.
No, this is Casamigos. It is not, sir.
No.
Okay.
Wow, Rock, you suck.
Damn it, I don't...
He sucks, dude.
Sucks.
He sucks.
Does it say... I got 3... that are animal style and 2 that are regular. So I don't know if you...
Did you win your weight thing?
I did
Oh, nice.
by 37 pounds. I was 170. I'm back up to 178 and feeling
You
super
gained
healthy.
8 pounds in 2 days.
Yeah. I, like literally at the end of the first day.
That's animal style because it has pickles. That's animal style.
But yeah,
you got us doubles. Nice.
now that we have given our honest reviews on what's the deal, and we are not a fan of his, but you haven't had
No.
tequila paired.
I'm gonna do the pairing. Yeah, I'm gonna do the pairing.
But after we give our honest reviews, I would like to give one take where we all glow about it so we can post on social media in hopes of possibly being reposted by The Rock.
Oh, sure. All right, so I just took my first bite of In-N-Out Burger. I never had before. I picked it up for some friends from the crew, you know. But let's see if we can mix it up with a little Terra.
I think you really misunderstood what Nick was asking us to do. But I do have to say,
I was doing my imitation of The Rock.
Yeah, not what I asked, but I liked it.
The Terra tequila, which is a liquid
Gold.
that
This was made in a prison in a toilet.
Pat, we're trying to give a positive. We got your honest review now. We want to give a positive one so we can cut it for
clue
social.
you into the process of making tequila. Agave, which is a difficult thing to grow.
It's crazy how not conducive eating is with podcasts.
Yeah, it's insane. So you have to smoke the stuff. You have to ferment. It's a very, very involved process making any kind of alcohol, but tequila, especially really good tequila. This liquid, which has taken such a long time to get to us, especially this reposado, which spent time in a barrel to get that color, is polluting the flavor of this ground beef and fucking American cheese. That is how fucking disgusting that tequila is. Fuck The Rock. And listen, I'm sure he's done a lot of good. But personally,
He gave away an SUV last year that he filmed.
I'm not a fan of his disingenuous antics, and I fucking am really weirded out by someone who has lived in Los Angeles for 3 decades and has never had this burger. It is perfection.
Can I tell you why I'm not seeing this on a lot of shelves? I don't know where you had this bought, Nick.
Just a corner liquor store. It's actually everywhere.
Is it really? I don't think there's a lot of rebuys because this is fucking piss.
You guys know me. I would. I'd gladly lie to you, but I am not enjoying the tequila as well. And all of a sudden,
gross.
It's not good.
I've been on like a tequila tick or a kick. Like I smell, I'm like, oh man, I want some tequila, and this is just not.
Rock, call me. Dude, people, you shouldn't have this. Retail, you should get out of that. Go on premise, use your name. Once they put a bunch of fucking pineapple juice in this garbage, no one will know the fucking difference. That's
Dude,
where you're going to go, kid.
The Rock needs to turn to recipe videos because this cannot be drank
By itself.
drinking whatever
No.
on the rocks. It's just too gross.
Yeah.
Mix it with sugar.
Okay.
The Rock has never done anything substantial.
Oh, you have never seen when he did the People's Elbow and he was in dress shoes and he slid? He almost fell.
WWE and WWF, I will give him. He was very, very good. But outside of that, I really cannot think of a single substantive thing he's ever contributed to society.
Can you guys give me 30 seconds where you speak positively about the combination of the In-N-Out and the tequila?
Of course.
Sure.
Oh my God, The Rock, you've done it again.
The Rock, you've done it again. And not only is it one of the best tequilas I've ever had in my entire life, much better than Dos Amigos or whatever Cranston and Pinkman are doing, and it's even better than Casamigos, what the Clune Dog threw down. It's unbelievable what you've done here, and it pairs perfectly with an In-N-Out cheeseburger. I can't believe that one person is as jacked, ambitious, and as talented as you. Bravo, Rock.
Let's all raise our glasses, not only to the people's champion, but to the people's tequila. Here, here.
Hell yeah.
Terra.
We smell what you're cooking, The Rock, and we love it. Thanks.
Smells like shit. We'll see you next week. Jump in the iTunes ratings and reviews. We love you. I'm Dylan saying goodbye. Nick, say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Pat, say good. Nope.